All right, Jason is with us in Wichita, Kansas. Hi, Jason. How are you?
Good, Dave. Thanks for calling me.
Sure.
Answer my call.
How can I help?
My wife and I have been talking about getting out of debt, and we have yet to put it together a budget.
I don't think you're speaking directly into your phone. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Oh, sorry. My wife and I have been talking about getting out of debt, and we have yet to make a written budget. She's the one that controls the budget. She, I don't believe, wants to make it because she wants to keep taking trips and keeps asking me if we can buy things that we don't have the funds for, obviously, since we're in debt right now. And I was wanting to know your advice on how I might go about talking with her about how we actually do need to make this budget.
Okay. Well, I think one thing is the budget is a tool to get you where you want to go. And I think the first thing you guys need to do is sit down and talk about where it is you want to go. Where do we want to be? And because it's difficult to start talking about paying a price to win until we define winning. And so where do we want to be? I'd like to have $1 million. I'd like to be able to have enough money that we could travel and do anything we wanted to do. Or when we had an emergency, it wasn't stressful. And I'd like to feel like we were getting more traction with our money, given that we work this hard. I'd like to have more to show for it. I mean, what does winning look like? And y'all need to kind of talk about dreams again and why we're doing what we're talking about doing. And if we get a why or two that we can agree on, then you're paying a price to get to that goal. But if you just start paying a price and there's no reason to pay a price, well, then everybody gets their back up and doesn't want to do the deal, you know? So you got to have your why out there big enough before you start talking about the what or the how. And then you say, okay, in order to get there, what's the fastest way to get there? Well, we get out of debt. And then when we don't have any payments, we have control of our most powerful wealth-building tool, which is your income, and that'll take you right straight to where you want to go to. So then when you sit down to do the budget, everybody suddenly is willing to pay a price. And so that's when I use that phrase, living, you want to live like no one else so that later you can live and give like no one else, that you can pay a price to hit this win. You can pay a price to get to where you want to get to. But if you just say, hey, I want to get us on a plan so that you quit spending money, that doesn't work. Nobody's all excited about that. And again, maybe you take the book, The Total Money Makeover, and you guys start reading through it together and going, okay, this is the plan we're going to go with. Or you go to the Financial Peace class, or you go to one of the Smart Money events or something like that. And maybe you show her some of the debt-free screams on YouTube. Some of the people doing their debt-free screams and go, man, what would it be like to not have any debt? And you start, listening to some of those things. They're very inspiring. And, you just begin to get the nobility of your why has to be bigger than the grind of the day-to-day to get there. And if you have a big, noble why, then you will you'll bust your butt. You'll pay the price to get there. You'll push and grind and hustle and take the extra job and sell stuff and not go on vacation and not buy this luxury or that luxury that you can't afford while you're just limping along. Instead, you get everything cleaned up so that you have a better life in the future. And maybe your big why is you want to give more. Maybe we want to be more generous, but we're just not able to right now. And maybe we're sick and tired of feeling stuck or feeling like a rat in a wheel. That's a pretty good why. I don't want to feel like a rat in a wheel anymore. I don't want to just run and get nowhere. I'm sick of this lack of traction. I'm sick of looking down and going, I worked my butt off all year. We made $80,000 or we made $60,000 or we made $40,000 and I got nothing to show for it. I'm sick of it. And that's what you're talking about here. You walk your way through that and that'll get you there.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Hope you enjoyed that video from the Dave Ramsey Show. If you want to watch another great video, check out my video, 3 Things You Should Consider Renting, right over here, or click the link in the description below.